This is a tome etched into the mountains and rivers. A legend belonging to us, the descendants of Yan and Huan. The wind and snow record the courage of exploration. The waves of the East Sea echo the pulse of civilization. The strategists in the book are no phantoms, but the immortals' exquisite reverence for nature. The great wilderness and its foreign lands are not mere tales. Those strategic patterns passed down by word of mouth are in truth the civilizational genes spanning 3 millennia. The classic of mountains and seas was never a mere fable. It is the cipher engraved within our very bloodline. The folds of the mountains conceal the secrets of oracle bones. Between the river's courses flows the wisdom of the ancient scribes. Beholding the mountains, by the water's edge a will is forged. This is the primordial spirit of the Huaxia civilization. Welcome to IPC Classic of Mountains and Seas. Qun Mountain lies 400 li east of Mount Shangyou, roughly corresponding to the modern border of Hunan and Jiangxi. Within the mountain lives a beast resembling a sheep. This creature, the Huan, has the form of a sheep but is without a mouth. According to the Classic of Mountains and Seas, it has no digestive system, respiratory pores, or excretory organs, yet it continues to survive. The Huan is seen as a guardian of the mountain forest. Legend says it brings peace. The northern side of the mountain holds rich jade resources. During the Battle of Trisha, Tangmei and Shen Pei of Chu patrolled this mountain. Their desire for the jade was their downfall. They perished. Henceforth, in the annals of Chu, only the enlightened one, destined by heaven, could take the jade of this mountain. At the foot of the mountain are many Luwu, a type of purple snail. However, I would not advise eating it. Beware of parasitic infection. Let us revel in the magnificent scenery of this mountain, and then proceed to Luwu Mountain for a stroll. Luwu Mountain, the most treacherous mine in the classic of the southern mountains. Not a single blade of grass grows here, for the soil's mercury content is 300 times above the safe limit. Yet it holds open-pit copper mines coveted by the son of heaven of Zhou, and top-grade hard jade that would put the finest Heechan jade to shame. Within the mountain flows the river Zigang. Toxicity 5 stars, transmutation effect 5 stars, suitable for practitioners seeking a permanent boon of earth qi. The river's water nourishes not life, but the most sinister creature in the classic of mountains and seas, the beast Gudiao. This creature is formidable. It has a horn of dark steel on its head. The miners of the western Zhou called it Yama's piercing claw. Its scholarly name is the Darksteel Gold-Hunting Hook. The western Zhou miners revered it as Yama's hook. It is also a skilled swimmer, an invincible existence in land, sea, and air. Let us depart. This is no place to linger. We shall journey to Qun Mountain. Qi Mountain is likely located in modern-day Hunan, at the junction with Guangdong and Guangxi. On the mountain lives a divine beast called the Lily, resembling a wild boar. This creature's claws are exceedingly sharp, and it often digs burrows in caves. Its cry is like the barking of a dog, as if warning intruders not to approach. They live in communities, and when danger arises, they collaborate with great crisis together. The Gudiao, a bird shaped like an eagle. It possesses the face of a human. Its call is similar to that of a quail, and it sounds very much like it is calling its own name. The Ying River at the foot of the mountain is crystal clear. Scattered upon its bed are white jades. White jade also symbolizes good fortune, peace, and longevity. It is often crafted into various ornaments to be worn. Now we travel southeast for 450 li to reach Changyou Mountain. Changyou Mountain is a mysterious and desolate peak. The terrain is perilous, the vegetation sparse. As if forgotten by time, its slopes are bare. The rocks jagged, heaving a sense of desolation. However, Changyou Mountain is not devoid of life. Streams burble through the mountains, nurturing a strange creature. The Changyou, which resembles an ape, but has 4 ears. It is said that the appearance of the Changyou is an omen foretelling the coming of great floods. Although Changyou Mountain is desolate, it is rich in minerals. In ancient times, dansu was often used for calming the spirit, and for its detoxifying properties. This is Changyou Mountain. Now we should go and visit Yaoguang Mountain. Yaoguang Mountain soars into the clouds, as if connecting heaven and earth. It is located 340 li east of the Long Mountain Range in the Second Southern Classic. This place is vibrant with life. Every inch of land holds endless vitality. The Huaxia, it is shaped like an ape, but its entire body is covered in bristles like a pig. It dwells in mountain caves and has a habit of hibernating. The Huaxia possesses long arms, excelling at climbing, grasping, and the like. Its call is like the sound of chopping wood. According to the classic of mountains and seas, it heralds the coming of a great war in the land. Yaoguang Mountain has abundant natural resources. The south is rich in jade, while the north holds bright yellow mineral ores. Here, every stone, every plant seems to possess a life of its own. The Shusi bird, an owl's body with a pair of human-like feet. It is said to understand human nature and will guide those who are lost. This little fellow is quite shy, preferring environments with many hiding places. It nests among the ore veins in mountain caves. Legend says that eating its meat can cure goiters. Our journey to Yaoguang Mountain is now complete. We shall now advance towards Yu Mountain. This is Yu Mountain from the classic of mountains and seas. 4,000 years ago, it witnessed a confrontation between a god and a man. Legend says that Gun stole the self-renewing soil from the heavenly emperor to block the floodwaters, but after 9 years he had not succeeded. Emperor Shun then descended with a heavenly punishment, slaying Gun with lightning on Yu Mountain. Gun's body did not decompose for a long time, so the heavenly emperor ordered his belly to be cut open. A horned dragon emerged. This dragon was Yu the Great. Thus, Yu Mountain is the birthplace and homeland of Yu the Great. Now let us seek out the creatures of Yu Mountain together. The Fuchong insect is 3 meters long and weighs over 100 caddies. The venom of the Fuchong is described as being extremely corrosive. Yu Mountain also holds veins of white jade, making it a true treasure mountain. Now our journey to Yu Mountain comes to an end. Next, please follow our lens closely. As we set out for Qun Mountain, we have now arrived at Qun Mountain of the Second Southern Classic. Qun Mountain is located 500 li east of Fuyu Mountain. In the mountain there is a giant fish. The Zhuanyu, it has the body of a fish, but the features of a pig. When it opens its mouth, it squeals like a fisherman claim its cry is a torment to the soul. A sorrowful dirge that afflicts the spirit of any who hear it. There is also much zungrass in the mountains. Legend says it can cure parasitic infections. The ancients often used its smoke to repel insects and mosquitoes. In later ages, men might jest of using it to drive away a harsh taskmaster. At the foot of the mountain is much Qingwo, These copper-bearing minerals were not only a source of pigment, but also a strategic resource of the Bronze Age. The lost records of Yue state that King Gujian secretly ordered the hoarding of this ore. To deprive the state of Wu of the material, the struggle over minerals rewrote the hegemony of the spring and autumn period. The Huai tree, a strategic resource of the Bronze Age. Its wood density surpasses that of red sandalwood. Artisans of the Western Zhou with 1,000 hammer crafted its heartwood into ritual implements. The pattern of its leaf veins even became the motif on Shang and Zhou bronzes, a testament to its importance. Now we continue east for 500 li to reach Qi Mountain of the classic. The mountain's body forms a regular quadrangle, its four sides as steep as if carved by human hands. The center of the mountain is crisscrossed with ravines, a typical fault block mountain landscape. Legend says Qi Mountain is the burial place of Yu the Great. A tomb rebuilt during the Jiajing reign of the Ming dynasty still exists. The mountain is abundant with shatun trees. The fruit can be eaten fresh or fermented into wine. The annals of Wu and Yue record that the people of Yue presented shatang fruit to their king. The wood is rot resistant, and parts of the warships of the state of Yue were built from it. At the foot of the mountain is much fushi. Its color is a clear black like jade. The lost records of Yue state that fushi was treasured by the people of Yue, a three-legged fushi vessel from the eastern Han. Unearthed provides experimental proof. We continue east for another 500 li to reach Yi Mountain. Esteemed audience, this Yi Mountain of today is famously barren in the classic of mountains and seas. No trees, no grass, and no value. The spiritual energy of this mountain is, behold, he who settles in this land of barren sand and desolate is destined to become the poorest soul in the great wilderness. There is some quartz in the sand, the mountain god's private just this little bit is scarce enough to purchase a flask of cheap wine. Although there are few historical records of Yi Mountain, it is still worthy of our exploration. After all, even quartz is a treasure. Alright, now we set off for Fuyu Mountain. We have now arrived at Fuyu Mountain. This mountain is located 500 li east of Juyu Mountain. It is speculated to correspond to the real-world Tianmu Mountain. Adventurers, take heed. If you hear this kind of growl on Fuyu Mountain, you must be absolutely silent. For a ferocious divine beast, the Ji lives in these mountains. This creature's bite force is as high as 8,000 newtons, enough to pierce any bronze armor. It generally acts alone, constantly patrolling and marking its territory. If anyone enters, it will attack without hesitation. In the south of the mountain, jade is hidden within the stone, smooth, but is in fact as hard as diamond. The master swordsmith Wu Yezi once sought this jade here, attempting to forge a sword for the king of Yue, but the jade shattered the blade. Do you think this is the ingredient for sashimi? Wrong. This is Fuyu Mountain's strongest underwater weapon. Their scales can be used as throwing darts. Their eyes can serve as luminous pearls, but do not steam or braise them, lest it bring a dire affliction upon your bowels. The iron ore on the north side of the mountain is the color of congealed blood. During the wars of Wu and Yue, this area was a forbidden zone for garrison troops. The lost records of Yue state that the iron of Fuyu, forged into a blade, would surely break within 3 years, for the iron ore contains the key of the become a broken sword. Our journey to Fuyu Mountain is now complete. We continue onward to Huaxia Mountain. Huaxia Mountain. Its location is speculated to be near the Wu River in Wenzhou. This mountain is famous for its rich vegetation and water systems. There are many zai trees, catalpa, in the mountains. The leaves are broad and ovate. The flowers are yellowish-white. The wood is light, soft, and rot-resistant. The seeds are used in medicine. The divine farmer's Materia Medica states that its seeds treat edema. There are also many nanmu trees, a tall evergreen of the trees can reach a height of 30 meters. The leaves are leathery. A verse in the classic of poetry mentions its great utility in building temples. At the foot of the mountain are many mujing shrub of the verbena family. It has palmate compound leaves and pale purple flowers. The branches are flexible. Ancient texts on agriculture states can be woven. The Guangjiang River originates from the northern slope of Huaxia Mountain. It is approximately 120 kilometers long, with an average gradient of 4.3%. Our journey to Huaxia Mountain is now complete. Next, we will go to Qiwu Mountain to admire the scenery there. Qiwu Mountain, the last mountain in the second Southern Classic. According to speculation, its location may be south of the river in modern Quzhou, Zhejiang. The vegetation in the mountain range is sparse. No minerals, no wild beasts. But there is an abundance of bowstone. Bowstone was often used to make game pieces, perhaps an early material for Go, which was called Yi in the pre-Qin era. Our journey to Qiwu Mountain is now complete. Next, the great figure of the second Southern Classic. The mountain god of the second classic makes his appearance. With the body of a dragon and the head of a bird, this divine beast's form symbolizes power and control over nature. He presides over the peace and tranquility Of all the peaks in the second classic, before we knew it, our journey through the second classic has come to an end. The mountains are long, but the myths are far. May the wonders of this place become a legend that never fades in our hearts.